Hello everyone, it's me Clayton. I just finished watching episode 3 of the 4th season of Young Justice. And it's clear to see that in this episode especially that Beast Boy hasn't gone through that mob mentally unscathed. But let's get to the story, shall we? The story is that after the attack on our main characters in the two-part premiere, Beast Boy has suffered mental damage that basically makes him relive some of his more traumatic memories, especially Brion's actions at the season 3 finale. Beast Boy feels he's failed Brion and he misses his fellow outsiders very dearly. So he actually ends up putting not only himself but Superboy at risk in this episode. Plus, McGann has to deal with some family drama, especially with Emery, and it seems that the people who are trying to kill our heroes might end up saving them as well. But that's all I'll say about the story. I really do appreciate that Beast Boy is going through some serious character development here, not only dealing with his feelings of inadequacy, feeling that he can't save everyone he's with, but also feeling that he's not only failed Superboy, but he's failed Brion as well. On top of that, we get to see a little bit of an outsider's mission at the beginning of the episode, showing us that Saturn Girl was actually a member of the Outsiders, and considering that she's also a member of the trio that's trying to take out our heroes, that does leave me wondering, how did she end up there? I'm sure they'll explain it later in the season, but I would like to know that. Especially considering that I also like how nuanced a lot of the conversations are in this episode, especially with McGann and Emery. McGann's always had struggles with her identity, especially considering she's a white Martian, when the green Martians are the majority in that world, and especially since she's taken a more human form, which isn't seen in the most positive light by Emery, considering she just took a human form to make her friends more comfortable. Considering the amount of prejudice that exists in pretty much all worlds, I do think it was an interesting way to go about it. And even though I thought Brion from the 3rd season annoyed me at times, I do think bringing him back here, even if it was just as mental trauma, does bring a sort of interesting. It does bring an interesting conflict for Beast Boy. Plus, this isn't the first time Studio Mir handled mental trauma in this fashion. Remember Korra and Dark Korra? It's kind of a similar idea. On top of that, I do think that Studio Mir really nailed some of the animation in this part, especially during Brion's chase against Beast Boy, and in a lot of the interactions between McGann and her family. Plus, the bioship apparently has a baby, though they don't procreate the way we do. It's mostly done in cell division. I'll dig it. If that means that I can feel emotionally connected to a freaking ship, I guess it makes sense in that way. Besides, I've heard of weirder ways of asexual reproduction. But that's all that there is to say about this episode. I enjoyed it, and I'm interested in seeing what's next. See you next time.